Good morning guys and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are talking about Indus Valley Civilization, especially from the RIT exam point of view, as I have received many of the mails and comments that students saying that they are looking for preparation of RIT exam further, that is Rajasthan Teachers Eligibility Test. So the topic of discussion of the day is Indus Valley Civilization. So let's start with this, and especially this is concentrating the English medium students, those who are not getting any kind of help, right? As far as the material is concerned, the students, they suffer a lot. Like, in a lot of books, Hindi books are available and they don't find any English content, so it is just a kind of a helping hand, and it will be a kind of help from my side to the English medium students, those who are looking to crack the examination of RIT. All right, so our topic of the day is Indus Valley Civilization. What it says: the Indus Valley Civilization, which is in short it is called IVC, was a Bronze Age civilization in the northwestern regions of South Asia, lasting from 3300 BCE to 1300 BCE, and in its mature form from 2600 BCE to 1900s BCE. This is the mature form of it when it fully developed. Together with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, it was one of the three early civilizations near East and South Asia, and of the three, the most widespread is sites spanning an area stretching from northeast Afghanistan through much of Pakistan and into the western and northwestern India. It flourished in the basins of the Indus River, which flows through the length of Pakistan and along the system of perennial. Okay, now what is perennial? Perennial is unending and mostly monsoon-fed rivers that once goes in the vicinity. Okay, that is nearby areas or the proximity of the seasonal Ghaggar Hakra river in the northwestern India and eastern Pakistan. So guys, now in this map here you can see this part of your India. This is what it shows you, the Indus Valley Civilization area, especially the major area of the Indus Valley Civilization. That is the mature phase of it when it was kind of fully developed. That was 2600 to almost 1800 BCE. The civilization's sites were noted for their urban planning. Okay, and why they are famous for? For their urban planning, big bricks house, okay, elaborate drainage system, water supply system, cluster of large non-residential buildings, and new techniques in handicraft. Okay, that is carnelian. Okay, this is especially kind of a red stone actually. Product also they made, and metallurgy, that is copper, bronze, lead, and tin. So these were the kind of the famous thing for which this civilization was famous for actually. This is what they work on actually. The large cities of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were very likely grew to continue between 30,000 to 60,000 individuals, and the civilization itself during its Florence may have contained between 1 and 5 million individuals. Okay, gradual dying of the region's soil, uh, third millennium BC, may have been the initial spur for the urbanization associated with the civilization. But eventually, the weaker monsoon means the lack of water here, right? And reduced water supply caused the civilization diminish. Diminish means to disappear. Okay, and to scatter its population eastward and southward. So this was the main reason that why this Indus Valley civilization was spread. Okay, towards the eastward and the southward, because due to the lack of water in that particular areas where they were settled. Now further it says the Indus Valley civilization is also known as, another name for it is your called Harappan civilization, and after its type site Harappa, the first of its sites to be excavated early in the 20th century in what was then the Punjab province of British India and now is Pakistan. The discovery of Harappa and soon afterwards Mohenjo-daro was the culmination. Okay, culmination here means the high point or the climax or end of something. Okay. It was the culmination of the work beginning in 1861 with the founding of the Archaeological Survey of India during the British Raj. There were, however, earlier and later cultures often called early Harappan, late Harappan, and in some areas, for this reason, the Harappan civilization is sometimes called mature Harappan to distinguish it from the other cultures. The Harappan civilization is divided, right, into the various time periods, right? That is known as early Harappan civilization, late Harappan civilization, mature Harappan civilization. So guys, if we look at this side here over on the right hand side corner, so it's what when we look at the geographical range where it was spread, right? I have already shown you in the map, but see if you look, read here, it says the basin of the Indus River, Pakistan, and the seasonal Ghakkar Khakra River, okay, and northeast India and eastern Pakistan. This was its geographical range where this Indus Valley civilization was spread, and the period of that was known as called your Bronze Age South Asia. Okay, that was a Bronze Age, and dates are given here, that is 3300 to 1300 BCE. Okay, and major cities of that time were the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, okay, Dholavira. Okay, further it says by year 12,002 over 1000 mature Harappan sites and settlements had been reported, means they have been discovered, of which just under 100 had been excavated. However, there are only 5 major urban cities, that is the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro. Okay, UNESCO Mohenjo-daro is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and this has been asked once that which Indus city has been named in UNESCO World Heritage Site. So that is Mohenjo-daro, and Dholavira, Ganirwala, and Rekhagri. Okay, the early Harappan cultures were preceded by local Neolithical agriculture villages from which the river plains were populated. Further, it said the Harappan language is not directly attested and its affiliation is uncertain since the Indus script is what, it is still undeciphered. Okay, it means not understandable. A relationship with the Dravidian and the Eluma Dravidian language family is favored by a section of scholars like leading Finnish Indojolist Asko Parpolo. In this side, on your right hand side, you can see this is what the excavated ruins of Mohenjo-daro, Sindh provinces, Pakistan, showing the Great Bath, okay, in the foreground. The Mohenjo-daro on the right bank of the Indus River is the UNESCO's World Heritage Site, all right, the first site in South Asia to be so declared. Now, if we will talk about the origin of its name, that how it came, so it says that the Indus Valley civilization, okay, is named after Indus River system. In whole alluvial plains, the early sites of the civilization were identified and excavated. Following a tradition in archaeology, the civilization is sometimes referred to as Harappan civilization, after its type site Harappa, the first site to be excavated in 1920s. Okay, so when the Harappa was excavated in 1920s, this is notably true of usage employed by Archaeological Survey of India after India's independence in 1947. Okay, further it said the writers like David Frawley use the term Saraswati culture. Who used David Frawley? You need to remember. The Saraswati civilization, the Indus Saraswati civilization, it means the Indus Saraswati civilization or Sindhu Saraswati civilization. Okay, so these were the various terms which were used for this Indus Valley civilization. Because they consider the Ghaggar Hakar river to be the same as the Saraswati, a river mentioned several times in Rig Veda. Okay, a collection of ancient Sanskrit hymns composed in the second millennium BCE. Recent geophysical research suggested that unlike the Saraswati, whose description in Rig Veda, okay, Saraswati's description is given where in Rig Veda, are those of a snow-fed river. The Ghaggar Hakra was a system of perennial monsoon-fed river, okay, which became seasonal around the time that the civilization diminished approximately 4,000 years ago. Okay. In addition to proponents of the Saraswati nomenclature, okay, means the system of name, see a connection between the decline of the Indus civilization and the rise of the Vedic civilization on the gigantic plain. However, historians of the decline of the mature Indus civilization consider the two to be substantially disconnected. Okay, if we talk about the extent of Indus Valley civilization, so it says the Indus Valley civilization was roughly contemporary. Contemporary means something which is happening at the same period of time. Okay, coming into the being during the same period of time, right? So it was roughly contemporary with the other riverian civilization of the ancient world. Okay, the Egypt along the Nile. Okay, Mesopotamia in the land of watered by Euphrates and Tigris, China in the drainage basin of the Yellow River and the Yungatse. Okay, so these are the different other civilizations, those who developed at the same period of time when the Indus Valley civilization were developed. By the time of its mature phase, the civilization had spread over an area larger than the others, which includes a core of around 1,500 kilometers. Okay, up the alluvial plain of the Indus and the tributaries. In addition, there was a region with the disparate. Disparate means different in kind. Okay, the region with the disparate kind of means different kind of flora, fauna, and habitat. Okay, up to 10 times as large, which had been shaped culturally and economically by the Hindus. Further, it says around 6500 BC, agriculture emerged in Balochistan on the margins of the Indus alluvium. In the following millennium, settled life made inroads into the Indus plains, setting the stages for the growth of rural and urban human settlement. The more organized sedimentary life in the turn led to a net increase in the birth rate. The large urban centers of Mohenjo-daro, Harappa very likely grew to continuing between the 30,000 to 60,000 individuals. During the civilization's flourishing, the population of subcontinent grew between 4 to 6 million people. During this period, the death rate increased as well. Our close living condition of humans and domesticated animals led to an increase in contagious diseases. According to one estimate, the population of Indus Valley civilization at its peaks may have been between 1 and 5 million. Further, it said the Indus Valley civilization extended from where it extended from Pakistan in Balochistan in the west to India's western Uttar Pradesh in the east, from northeastern Afghanistan in the north to the India's Gujarat state in the south. The largest number of sites are Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir states in India, and Sindh, Punjab, and Balochistan provinces in Pakistan coastal settlements extended from. Okay, so this is where the most of the sites were located. Okay, now Suchkagnu Dor in western Balochistan, in Lothal in Gujarat, an Indus Valley site has been found on the Oxus River in Sortugai. Okay, that you need to remember. In the northern Afghanistan, in the Gomai River Valley in northern Pakistan, at Manda, Jammu, on the Bias River near Jammu, India, at Almirgurpura of Hindon River, okay, only 28 kilometers from Delhi. The southernmost site of Indus Valley civilization is Daimabad in Maharashtra. Indus Valley sites have been found most often on rivers, but also on the ancient sea coast. For the example, Balakut. Okay, on the island, for example, Dholavira, and also on the island that is example like Dholavira. Okay, guys, so this was just about the introduction of your Indus Valley civilization and little bit knowledge of it, okay, which is important from your RIT examination point of view. So those guys, those who are appearing in the RIT examination, please go through this video carefully. Best wishes ahead. Thank you very much and have a nice day.